What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are reacting to more voicemails from you guys and also some messages. Now, I honestly don't really know what to expect in this one, so we're just going to get it started. Now that we're into the video, look, I don't know exactly what to expect. We have a lot of different topics that were put up in the community, so definitely go check that out. But since it is Saturday, there's just not a lot to talk about before the game other than a prediction. So in this video, we're going to be looking at a couple of more things that you guys have said. I put up a lot of different options, but the polls were so scattered that you guys are kind of just talking about whatever you want here. I told you guys to hit it up, say whatever you wanted to say. So yeah, we're going to react to some of those voicemails. We're also going to maybe read through some messages. We may not get through them all because it'll be way too long, and I also want to keep some for next time. But again, you guys can go off on these. If you guys have stuff that you want to add after Lions game tomorrow, definitely send them in to me right away. That way, when I do my takeaways video, I can insert those as well. So again, we're reacting to these, and let's just get it started. I honestly don't know exactly what to expect. I honestly have no idea what to expect. Let's just hop in. Okay, that kind of hurt. All right, let's get it started. So we're going to start right here. This man is talking about the running back situation. Here we go. Okay.
All right, so the running back situation.
Whoa.
So
okay,
I think that Baron Johnson being out, I don't know. He's always injured. I think that we need to draft a running back, probably early rounders, so we can actually get a good running back. But on top of that, our O-line has never, ever been good, so the running back's usually not the problem. And then again, they're always injured, so that's not good. But
there you go.
We like to have a really bad O-line, but our pass game's always been good, so I mean, if our pass game can still be really good, then I don't think the running game needs to be a big issue. But getting a first-round pick or a second-round pick running back would be huge. And the defense needs to get better, too.
Okay, I see you.
We need better running game.
Defense needs to be a lot better.
But at the same time, our pass game's also really good, so I don't know. I think we're fine.
Okay, that's what was kind of funny to me, the way he ended that. So at the end, basically, we're fine. So he thinks we're fine. I guess he's just not overreacting, whoever this is. They're not overreacting about the situation right now. They're saying, look, man, we should get a star running back. I think I'm going with right. Get a first, second round, get a star running back that's not injured all the time. But he is confident in this offense because of the way we can pass. I would love to take some of this pressure off of Stafford. Okay, this man is a game-time decision tomorrow. A game-time decision? Are you kidding me? That's not something I want to hear. So we definitely need to start to find a way to take some pressure off. The running back was definitely something that we decided to talk about. So I appreciate you for this message. Let's hop into the next one. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, this is a really short one. Oh, okay. That's 12 seconds.
I think this is what you said to do. I want to hear how you think the Lions will make the playoffs. That's it.
Okay, all right. So he said that. I think that's... Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You did it right. You could leave me a longer message next time, but I kind of talked about this a little bit. If you want to talk about scenarios, how they can win the division, I actually have a video on that. But I think it's really simple at this point. Obviously, we have to start winning. We have to win a lot of games consecutively. We can't really afford many losses. I think maybe one loss would be reaching. You basically have to run the table. And I think right now, a lot of people, it's easy to kind of look at that record that the Packers have and say, yeah, we're done. I don't think we're done. I know it's crazy. I know I'm super optimistic. But he did ask me how I think the Lions can make the playoffs. So if we're looking at scenario-wise, I see the Packers losing to the Niners. I also think they could lose to the Vikings, which I really hope they do. They need to mess up somewhere, and then obviously we'd have to beat them. So pretty simple for us. We have to win. Basically, we have to win out. We have to take care of our divisional opponents, obviously, in the Packers and the Vikings and the Bears. And then we just need a little bit of help there. We need the Packers to lose really 2 games outside of our game. We also need the Vikings to lose a game or 2 here because we're not too far back from the Vikings, but it's really simple. We just have to get going. We have to get hot. We have to win consecutive games. This is kind of funny. This is like a Q&A type of thing. All right, let's move on to the next one. I don't want to spend too much time. Oh, this one is, wait, it's a minute long? Okay, so maybe he didn't.
The Fords are the problem.
Let's get it.
They need to sell a team or something.
All right, I think that's it. Is that it? Okay, he must not have ended it. Okay, you just got to hang up, I think, at the end. So he says the Fords are the problem? That's it. That's it. All right, so the Fords are the problem. Now, I know we can't fire the Fords, so we don't really have a lot of options there, but I'm not against you if you want to say that. I mean, I think it's kind of hard to say, okay, they're now going to want to win, but at the same time, I have no idea, and we can't fire them, so we're kind of stuck with them. So the next time I think me and T will go live is actually Monday, so if you guys want to send in a couple questions for us on that live stream, you definitely can.
Hey, what up,
Maybe I'll get through all these. They're kind of short. Okay, this one's a little bit longer.
Dosage,
Let's see what happens. Let's get started. All right. I'm laughing because it tries to like write everything down that someone says in a message, and sometimes it's completely off. This one just looks funny.
Villain. Hey, so hoping we beat the Bears tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
You know me,
okay.
But
okay.
I was looking at the one post and
okay, let's hear it.
Trying to remember. I think I wanted you to talk about the defense if you could. That'd be cool. If not, we could always talk about, draft picks or something. All depends on if they win tomorrow.
Okay.
They gotta win. This is must win. I mean, they lose against the Bears. I don't know what else to say. Well, what else?
For sure. Yep. Look, I'm not laughing. Can I pause this?
What are you gonna say,
But when he said this is a must win, it said this is a must wage.
The refs got us again.
I'm sorry.
But anyways, you have a good one. Be safe. Bye-bye.
All right, man. So I appreciate you for that one. Okay, I always see you in the comments, so I appreciate you for getting in on this. Okay, so you want me to talk about the defense a little bit, which I can. He also says you don't know what else to say. We got to win the Bears. I agree. If we lose to the Bears, I'm not going to blame it on the refs. Unless it literally is the refs' fault, I'm not going to blame it on them. I can't really defend them at that point. It's like, all right, we're 3-5. We should be better than we are, but we're not. So we'll see what happens. It really depends on the game. Defensively, it's bad. I mean, I don't know exactly what to say. It's been bad. I think there's a mix of I think there's a mix of blame to go around. And I think they have a good chance to get some of that fixed tomorrow. So hopefully they do. Because if not, like you said, it's going to be a problem. And there's not much I can say about that. So let's move on. I appreciate you for that. Awesome. Hopefully I can see you in here again another time. So that's pretty cool.
A solid, defensive player in free agency. I mean, I know there's not a lot of good ones out there. But just somebody. Because right now our defense is last in the league. We could also go for Mike Davis. I'm saying how we want to enter the playoffs this year. It's better play calling.
Okay.
Better, coaching in general. Players have more good to make it of the game. So, yeah. Bye.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So, awesome. Another voice message. I couldn't really understand this one too. It was just kind of quiet. I don't know. I just couldn't get much louder. But it says, okay, so trying to remember what he said, and based on this, okay, you believe in the Lions. You think they should go after a solid defensive player. Okay, so you want to go after a solid defensive player. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that's something that is definitely going to be necessary. I think the defense is going to be a huge, how would I say it? A point of emphasis this offseason. It's going to be huge. It has to be, especially if the defense can't dramatically flip the switch and become one of the better defenses for the second half. You never know. I mean, this defense could turn around, but at this point, yes, I agree. We need to go get a solid defensive player. It says, no, there's not a lot of good ones out there. There'll be some talent out there after the season for sure. At this time, if you're talking about right now, you're right. There's just not a lot out there. We didn't make a trade, so there's just not a lot of things that we could do. He says, players. Okay, so yeah.
This is Fernando.
So in general, we just need some better coaching, better players.
What about the Matthew Stafford injury?
Hopefully we see you.
Do you think he's going to suit up tomorrow?
And I think this is the last one. This is a short one. Okay, let's get it. All right, what's up, Fernando? Great question, Fernando. Yeah, a great question, Fernando. So this has come out today, at least from what I could tell, that Matthew Stafford is a game-time decision. Now, I think he'll play tomorrow. I don't see Matthew Stafford missing. And even when the players aren't on the line, he still tries to play. I don't see him missing. What do I think about the injury? It worries me a little bit because I've heard it's a little bit different than most before. So it's not like it's just kind of the same injury they just kind of have lingering on here. It's actually a different injury, which worries me. So that's something to be concerned with. I do think he'll play tomorrow. It's just how well will he play? How will he do with that injury? And I think that means you have to get some kind of other form of offense going, take some pressure off him. It worries me a little bit. It definitely does. So I think he'll suit up. I'm just a little worried about it. And I think that's all we got for the voicemails. Again, keep leaving those. It's kind of turned into a little question thing. Now we got a couple of things I'll read off here. Pretty short. It says, hey, my name is Brandon Grandis. That's a cool name. Love your show. I appreciate that. Huge Lions fan since Barry's days. Okay, since back when Barry was here. Looking for a shout out. And we need to play like everything is on. Looking for a shout out. Way to say it. I like that. You looking for a shout out, Brandon? Brandon, how's it going? Shout out to my guy, Brandon. Brandon Grandis? Grandis? I think that's right. Grandas sounds kind of cool. I think it's Grandis. I'll just leave it right there. All right, next one. Oh, my God. Yo, I didn't know there was this many messages. Wait a second. Yo, there's like 8. It's okay. It's okay blowing up my phone. Just try to put them all in one message next time, or just leave me a voicemail, but that's all good. I know some people don't like it. It's okay. I did this wrong. Okay, so he says he did it wrong. You think the Lions can make a playoff with the wild card? The Vikings are going into the hardest part of the schedule, and the Lions are getting easier. This is true. We just have to win the games we're supposed to, and win a couple of harder ones and hope the Vikings lose. It's all in the Vikings' hands, basically. Okay, I see you there. So you're looking more at the wild card side of things. He says the Lions beat the Bears. If the Lions beat the Vikings and the Vikings lose all their tough games, the Lions will be second in the North. It will need luck, though. Okay. I also want to say you're a really cool YouTuber, and I'm always the same way as you and believing in the Lions make the playoffs until mathematically impossible, basically. And Stafford is the best quarterback we ever had. Best quarterback ever, and the haters need to shut up. Sorry for blowing up your phone. Don't worry about it. It's okay you blowed up my phone. It's all good. Stafford's the best quarterback. Yes. Got you on that one. I do believe I'm going to make playoffs, and I'm glad to see someone else is in here, okay? So that's awesome. Shout out to you for that. You didn't put in your name, but that's okay. That's okay. You know who you are. And this is the final one. This is RJ. He says, hi, my name is RJ. I think this should be a discussion. Might sound crazy, but how about we fire the defensive coordinator, move Patricia to the defense coordinator, and then possibly calling in Caldwell for head coach? Wow, that would be crazy. I'm not saying it's impossible. Nothing's impossible. That'd be kind of weird, though. I don't know how that would work. You know, I think on paper that looks kind of cool. I'm not sure how it would work, but I'm open to the ideas of stuff like this. If you guys have ideas like this, definitely leave them, because this is kind of a cool thing to see. I don't know if it'll necessarily happen, but I like the thought of it. It makes sense, right? So you guys can comment below. Please don't go off on anybody in this whole thing, okay? Everybody's just doing this. And if you have something to say, if you disagree with somebody, don't go in the comments and blast them. Go in here and give your thoughts. That way we can all listen to them together. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Shout out to RJ. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to all of you voicemail people. Shout out to all the text messages. Don't worry about blowing it up. It's all good. It's not my phone. It's a voicemail. Anyways, I appreciate all of you guys for stopping in. Let me hear more of these after the game. That way you guys can give your thoughts and we'll react to them. Thank you, Pat, for watching, and I'm out.